Hey, what's going on? This is E-Ray Blitz, and I'm coming to you today so I can go over the draft. So we had the PLC draft over the weekend on Saturday. All 16 teams picked their teams. So I'm going to go over my team today and what I managed to pick from the draft. Let's go ahead and get started. I got good old Dondozo. So Dondozo and Tatsugiri happened to make it all the way to the end. And usually the reason why combos like this falls on people at the end is because sometimes they require both at the same time, and the only real way to get both of them back to back is you have to be at the end, either end pose of the draft snakes. Our draft goes from the first pick to the last, and the next round starts from the last and goes back to the first. So me having last pick this year, and no one can really guarantee that they get Tatsugiri and Dondozo. Dondozo falls to me. My very next turn, as you see it, I picked Tatsugiri here. So that's going to be a pretty devastating combo, especially late game. And the reason why it's so dangerous is you can know it's coming, but you got to make sure you have something like with Haze or Clearspall available to stop it at the end game. And our meta is 6 first 6 doubles. So this coming out after your hazes happen to bite the dust, it's a really hard thing to counter. And it really puts pressure on you preparing for coming against this type of team. So I feel like that really gives me a good advantage going into the season. It also gives me a good trade bait. I really didn't want to use Dondozo Tatsugiri, but like I told them before, if it lands in my lap, I'm gonna take it. So I took it. So, as well as that, I happened to grab Houndstone on my third pick here. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Last Respect and how devastating that can be. It has some pretty good abilities, has Fluffy, Sand Rush. So naturally, on the way back, I snagged Hippowdon here. Set the sand, very bulky, yarn user, great for leftovers. That's great. I can do interesting things like Terra Rock to get a special defense boost with one of my Pokemon in the sand. That's pretty cool. Or I can make some interesting trades and pick up something like Lycan Rock or something like that I can utilize that Sand Rush a little more effectively. Next, I got Hatterene. I seen my team was a little bit on the slow side, so I decided to go ahead. Pick up Hat. Hat is one of my favorite Trick Room setters. I love the magic bounce. You can't taunt me, you can't spore me. Any of the BS that comes along with the status moves, unless you got Mold Breaker. So, not a lot of that going around on the list this year, so I look forward to using Hat. No real combos to use with that. I think I made a mistake on my comeback because I grabbed Bronzong. Now, I've been using Bronzong lately and I really like it. So I like the Steel Psychic. I like the Iron Defense. I like the Trick Room, the Bulldoze shenanigans and things like that with other teammates. But I think I should have picked something else. So I'm definitely looking to move the Bronzong, and I'll talk a little about what I mean by move later. On the comeback, I needed some fake out, so I picked up Persian here. Probably better options, but Persian's got some utility. Let's pull up the list. Pretty good utilities. Gets fake out, switcheroo if I ever need to do any of those shenanigans. Feint to lift wide guards and protects. I get to taunt, which is great. Screech, charm, fake tears. Fake tears would be nice with, let's say, I don't even have any abusers besides like Hatterene that I can really take advantage of. Fake tears with, but I mean, it can always make moves. It gets Snarl, which is great. Icy Wind is pretty fast, so I could change the weather on someone who does have weather. Thunder Wave, which is another staple. So it has some pretty good helping hands, some pretty good utilities to help with. It's pretty much like a little utility mon that I have in case I need fake out to get something set up with like Chansey or get a curse off with Sudowoodo or something like that. It just helps me get set up. Next, I picked up Chansey. I love Chansey cheese, so it kind of failed to me. So it's really difficult to deal with once you get set up. So I like to set my chances up. So I'm hoping that kind of warps people's idea of my team when they're trying to plan for me. I'm also shopping it around because after I got it, I was like, I'm kind of not into it. So I like to run gimmicks, but I lose interest quickly, and I'm kind of already losing interest in it. So definitely Bronze Zone Chansey. I can definitely move. I'm looking to move ASAP. Jump Luff here I picked up for Jump Luff is a great utility mine for our meta like ours. So unlike typical VGC where you can just use anything and you can just pick the best things. So you have a team. So your team is going to be with you. You can only make changes during the transaction window for the weekend or make trades. So during the season, you're going to need a good utility Pokemon or support. A lot of seasons are broken because someone's all out offensive, don't have support. And a lot of the best teams have good offensive pressure and they have good support teams. So Jump Luff is a great support man. It's deceptively bulky if you EV it that way. Pretty quick, also gets Chlorophyll, gets Rage Powder, Cotton Spore, Stun Spore. Let's see, Sleep Powder is another good one. I want to say Pollen Puff. Let's take a look at Jump Luff right quick. Spore Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, Cotton Spore. Let's say Memento if I absolutely need to. It gets Fling. I'm all about Fling shenanigans and it's pretty fast. Sunny Dance, Rain Dance, U-Turn, Reflecting Light Screen. I may need a screener. Let's see. Tailwind. Tailwind is great for speed. It does get Pollen Puff, so I can run Pollen Puff just to do a little chip damage and heal my team, so that's a pretty good thing to have. Helping Hand, Baton Pass, set up grassy terrain if I need it. It also gets Encore, Rage Powder. Strength Sap is another big one. So Jump Luff can definitely be a sleeper on my team. I'm definitely glad to pick that up. And as grass is also immune to other people's Rage Powders or sleep tactics like that, so that's good. Now Sudowoodo is next. So Sudowoodo, I kind of just wanted something, that was just like because I like picking up random stuff just to use it. Season I've been known to do that. So I picked up Sudowoodo here, and I really just wanted to Terra Grass, would hammer people with it. No, that's pretty much it. I like the Rock Head on and having access to Head Smash and Wood Hammer and being able to Terra Grass with the Wood Hammer. I thought that would be extremely fun. Extremely slow, so great to use for Trick Room. It also gets that special defense boost in the sand from that hip power down that I have. So that'll be fun to use. And then the last Pokemon that failed to me, I didn't really have a choice or say in the matter because I was last, was Sunflora. Now, obviously, that means that no one wants to pick even Spidops here went before Sunflora. So I would honestly rather have Spidops than Sunflora, and apparently Jay did too. So I ended up with Sunflora. Sunflora, I'm not gonna. Okay, it's pretty a bad one, but under the right circumstances, Sunflora can really be a decent Pokemon. Like for example, it's extremely slow. You can use it on the Trick Room. It gets solar power, so you can set Sunny Day under Trick Room. You get some very powerful energy balls off, solar beams. You can Terra Fire in the sun with the Terra Blast with solar power. So it's a pretty decent mon if you use it correctly, especially in dry climate. So this is my team for the year, and I'm gonna run these things, do some tests, and see kind of how my team does things. Oh, my controller's about to die. But run this team, do some tests, and see how the synergy works. I definitely automatically, before I even do anything, think I want to move Bronzo. Even though Bronzo is great and I love it, I just think I could get something better for this slot here. I would love to trade for Tinkaton. But I started talks about Tinkaton for Houndstone, and I really just want to use Tinkaton. I don't think it's a great trade for me personally. For one, if we look at this trade here, let's go over to Zach, which by the way, Zach Roselle dropped. So Jay, the cleaner, will be taking his place. He's a previous player. top player in my opinion. So he's going to be taking Zach's place using the Be More Bros. I'm not sure he's going to change the name or not, but definitely I was talking of trading Tinkaton for the Houndstone, just because like I'm the type of person, sometimes I just want to use what I want to use, regardless of how it affects me. But like the way my team is kind of constructed, I don't know if I can sacrifice losing something like a Houndstone to a player that has a Tyranitar and a Lycanroc on his team. Like if anything, I would like to trade for that Lycanroc there. I would like Tinkaton. Maybe I would trade it for Bronzong. I don't think he would trade it for that. He has the Spirit Tome. He has the Corviknight here. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, we'll talk about that and see how that goes. But this is my team. I just wanted to go over my team so I can let you guys know exactly what I'm going to be using for Season 8 here. I do have a logo. We are the Queen City Terravolts. So I got a shirt on, but I'm not sure if you can see it. But I'll post the logo right here. Okay, so Queen City Terravolts, that's us. This is my team, and I'll definitely be talking about some things in the future as the season goes. So we're going to have a 1 week, kind of remission where everyone kind of like just start reading and building their team and things like that, getting their lines together. Then we're going to have a transfer window. So the transfer window is when we can make a drop from the wire. And the waiver wire is just a wire of Pokemon here that you could drop one of your Pokemon for. So that's down here on the bottom here, starting with the Dragalge. And either one of these Pokemon here can be picked up if you drop a Pokemon from your team. So, I mean, the obvious choice for me to drop would be the Sunflora. So that's definitely getting dropped. I mean, there's a couple options here. A couple of the members watch my stream, so in order to keep myself from getting sniped, meaning someone taking my pick because they think they can maybe wait. But now that they know I'm on it and they know that it won't be there, they'll go ahead and just try to get that before me. So that's where the snipe is, according to iTerms. So I probably won't disclose it. There's some few options on here. What I will do though is I'll go over the different options on the wire and what's beneficial. So maybe if some people from my group is watching, they can get some insight on picks and things like that, or just for me to have something to talk about on the channel. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and again, please, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and that'll really help out. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, and stop by soon. Thank you.